This is you. Annoyed your phone won't charge. Now rewind. This is a man in 1943 ducking as artillery explodes and pieces of his friends rain from the sky. No maps, no safety net, only the desire to keep surviving. Every generation thinks it has it worst, but men before you faced trials that would shatter the strongest today. These are the most brutal times in history to be a man, and we're ranking them from bad to absolute nightmare. Number 5. Feudal Japan. In 1185, a man's life could end with one mistake. A samurai lived by a single rule: be perfect or die. Miyamoto Musashi fought 61 duels and never lost. His strength was not only his sword, it was his mind. Samurai trained every day for hours, sharpening body and focus. When danger came, their thoughts turned to steel. No fear, only action. They followed the Bushido code: loyalty, honor, courage, and discipline. This code shaped them into warriors who stayed calm when death stood inches away. That same calm can appear in you. In your hardest moments, when everything falls apart, that focus still lives in your blood. The samurai didn't survive by luck. They became stronger than fear itself, and the age that followed would demand even more. Number 4. 19th century builders. The men of the 19th century didn't simply build railways, they gave their lives to carve a path through mountains of rock and ice. The Transcontinental Railroad stretched 690 miles, but for those who built it, every mile felt endless. Most were Chinese immigrants, far from home, unable to speak the language, and treated as disposable. They worked on cliffs where the wind cut through their clothes and snow buried their camps. Letters from home rarely came. The nights were silent, except for the sound of their own thoughts. They drilled holes into frozen stone by hand, packed them with unstable explosives, and prayed the blast wouldn't take them too. One mistake and they were gone. No funeral, no name on a grave, just a body underneath the tracks. When friends died, they buried them by the line and kept working. Grief hardened into something unbreakable. Every tunnel they blasted, every bridge they built was bought with their pain. In a few decades, they connected coasts, spanned rivers, and laid telegraph lines under oceans. They didn't wait for history to move, they carried it on their backs. This was sacrifice. This was loneliness that was turned to iron. This was 19th century strength. Out of these brutal periods, which one would destroy you? Is it samurai death training, industrial health and safety, or something even worse that's coming up? Drop your guesses below. Number 3. The Enlightenment. 300 years ago, the most dangerous weapon was an idea. Picture Benjamin Franklin in 1752 standing alone in a storm, a metal key tied to a kite. Lightning crashes around him, one strike and he's ash. Yet he holds the string, chasing a force no one else understands. But the storm wasn't the true danger. The real threat came from people. Imagine being the only one who knows the truth, while everyone else calls you insane. Your family turns on you, your friends vanish, the church whispers your name with hatred. You live knowing that one wrong word, one wrong thought could end you. Galileo spent his last years under house arrest for saying Earth moves around the sun. Others were burnt, tortured, and silenced. Still, they wrote. They sketched ideas in secret, knowing discovery might also be their death sentence. They declared all men are equal when kings claimed God chose them to rule. They proved nature obeyed laws even as the world tried to break them. Every skyscraper, every rocket, every screen you touch exists because they chose to suffer for what they knew was true. These were men who died for thoughts. Ideas were their battlefield, and they won. Number 2, the Soviet Union. Moscow, 1960s. One word, one glance, one joke, and you're gone. A neighbor's whisper could send you to a Siberian camp where the cold killed faster than bullets. 2 million vanished that way. Trust didn't exist. Every conversation was a trap. Men learned to watch eyes, read voices, and guard every word. Survival wasn't living, it was acting. Every day they wore a mask, playing the role the state demanded. The real war wasn't fought with guns, it was fought with the mind. The system didn't want your body, it wanted your soul. It tried to make you forget what you believed, what made you human. To survive, you hid pieces of yourself so deep that even you began to forget who you were. They lived double lives. In public, they smiled, obeyed, and saluted. In private, they passed secret books, whispered forbidden ideas, and kept hope alive. They couldn't even trust their own children to keep their secrets. They carried their identity in silence, but the next generation would face a new kind of prison. Freedom with no purpose. Number 1, the modern day. You live in the easiest time in human history, and that's why it's the hardest test. Samurais had it simple, be excellent or die. But you can scroll TikTok, eat pizza, and live. That comfort is the real trap, because comfort doesn't kill you fast, it kills you slowly. You now have access to every skill men ever learned, but having everything makes choosing even harder. Too many choices, too many distractions. Yet you're drowning in choices, numbed by noise, and losing yourself to endless scrolling. Some men fight back and use the tools that history left behind, while others waste time. Look at David Goggins. He turned pain into discipline like the samurai before him. Elon Musk built with the obsession of 19th century builders and reached Mars. The question is not if you can be great, it's whether you will stay numb or wake up and rise. But your brain is already under attack right now. Every second you wait, the damage gets worse. If you want to see how to unplug your mind from the addictions of modern life, take the first step and start with this video here.